All right. Hey, Assel, welcome to our next podcast.
Hi,
The
Jan.
topic the topic today is multi-channel or what we call omni-channel outreach. So we've been a big advocate of two channels, LinkedIn and email, but recently experimenting with more channels. So do you want to share a little bit about that? What you've been
Sure.
learning?
Yeah. Like you said, for a very long period of time, we were just email and LinkedIn only, and now we have started using different channels like cold calling and SMS marketing slash WhatsApp marketing or messaging. And surprisingly, we got higher responses rate, but we are not using all the channels for the same kind of purpose. So for every different channel, we came up with a different purpose. For example, with LinkedIn and email, we are just trying to start the conversation, and obviously the goal is to book the call. But if somebody um, express the interest, so the warm leads, if somebody express interest, but they kind of in a ghost mode where they are not replying to us. So cold calling and dropping them a text on WhatsApp or SMS has effectively worked for us because it's another touch point. It shows them that we are legit, we have more visibility, and we are not just spamming them over and over again on LinkedIn. Previously, what we were used to do, we were used to follow up after 15 or 20 days on LinkedIn and email at the same time, like, hey, we agreed on certain thing and we would like to have a conversation. It works. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but after following up with the same guy for five, six, seven times, chances are they'll just either block you or they'll just completely archive you so that they don't have to hear about it. And it has happened with us in past, but now we are just kind of doing it slightly how do you say it, smartly, I guess. So it kind of builds the trust, builds more familiarity, and it's been effective. I'm sorry, I've been speaking for the longest time, so did you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, no, I think it's a great example. And to be honest, I think it's reflective of how SADA's growing. So we originally grew via LinkedIn outreach and then added email and then started to provide email for our clients. And then we added content. And now we're adding like a newsletter channel or a content channel for our clients. And then we're adding calling and SMS. So it's more as we learn and as we are experimenting for our own company, we're offering that to other companies. And I think one thing to be wary of, and I always warn people against trying to do too many things and not doing anything really well, like stick to LinkedIn and email as the primary channels. But if that's working quite well and you have the ability to add another channel like SMS or WhatsApp, or to add a channel like calling, and those channels will just get you a few extra calls just for your energy and effort, then it's really worthwhile at doing it.
Yeah.
So really kind of expanding to an omni-channel outreach is really valuable. Once you know who you're going after and what to say to them and how to get them to a call, it's like extra, I don't know, like extra strands in your weaving or something like
Yeah.
that. It's just kind of creating a richer fabric. Yeah.
I agree. We basically we are using different channels as a complementary um service to our original main channels, which is email and LinkedIn. So if you and I strongly agree with you. If you do too many channels at the same time, probably it's not going to work out because again you will end up if you use all the platforms strategically for the lead funnel. I think it's gonna be helpful and you'll have the better results instead of just using all of them at once.
Yeah, exactly. So instead of kind of scattergunning and like doing a bit of this and a bit of that, it's like as if they're all flowing in the right direction and it's just a bit of extra to kind of it maximizes, doesn't take away from it. Yeah.
Okay,
All
before
right.
we go, I have just one question. So, because every different people prefer different mediums. So if I'm reaching out to you, what's your preferred medium?
That's a really good question. I think I would prefer to meet someone in person if
Mhm.
possible, and I would prefer to follow their content and get to know them. But it definitely happens where people reach out to me with an offer. And I think we said this so many times in this podcast, like if you message the right people with the right message and they are looking for this, they'll respond. So I have received LinkedIn and email messages with something that's relevant to me, and so I'm interested. Um, so yeah, I would say probably still LinkedIn and email. If it's going to be cold, LinkedIn and email would be the way. I prefer that above receiving a call or an SMS. But once I'm in touch with someone and they call me or SMS me, then that's fine as well. Yeah. How about you? What's your preferred way to hear from people?
I think it's still the email.
Email.
Yeah, because with email, I think it kind of gives me it's in my comfort zone. A and B, it kind of it doesn't really invade your privacy. Like you can reply back to that person right away. But yeah, if somebody's reaching out to me cold on WhatsApp right away or just calling me, I don't think it's a good idea. But like you said,
Yeah.
once you have established a certain connection, then just
Yeah.
ping me on WhatsApp or calling me about it makes sense. But yeah, I
And
think my preference is email.
yeah. And this is such an interesting point to raise because in different industries and different personalities prefer different things. So we know that in industries like trades, manufacturing, stuff like that, they'll often pick up the call, but they'll almost never check an email
Yeah,
because they live on the phone. Like their business relationships happen on the phone. So if they receive a call, they'll usually answer it. So it really does depend from industry to industry and
definitely,
personality to
definitely.
personality. Whereas I live on my computer, so I prefer to receive communication via email or something like that. And other people don't. They're out and about at a factory or a
Mhm.
warehouse, and they prefer to get a call. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Great conversation. Thanks for your time. See you in the next
Thanks, and
podcast.
see you.